Hello and welcome to Frostbytes, a gaming podcast. My name's Cassie Mann. I am one of the co-hosts, and I'm here with my other co-host, seeing as we're co-hosting.
Mm.
This is Spencer McPhee,
Hiya.
my favorite drummer and friend. Don't tell anyone else. Don't tell my other drummer friends.
Don't say a word. Let me have this.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing good. Doing good.
Folks, thanks for checking out the show. We appreciate you being here. If you're watching live, hey, thanks for watching live. If you didn't know, you can watch Frostbytes happen live and in real time at twitch.tv/itskiashi.
Yep.
That's where we do the show live. And before the show, we do a pre-show. After the show, we do a post-show. So you're missing out on a whole bunch of extra Frostbytes stuff if you're not catching the show live. So make sure you follow Cassie on Twitch and then watch the show live next time, okay?
And then follow Caprio _
Yeah,
on
follow
Twitch
me if
as
you
well.
want, but follow Cassie first, and then we can talk about me.
Well, I think we should talk about you as well at the same time. But, you know, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, we were just watching a couple of new Nintendo trailers in the pre-show, so we have a good time. Sometimes post-show we play games together. Lots of cool things.
That's a lot of fun. It's been a bit since we've done an episode, and there's been a lot of news and releases even since last we spoke.
So much. I think that in part why we haven't done an episode, which is silly because you'd think we'd be the other way around, but we've been at least I've been just so invested in these things that have come out. And we've also been busy on tour, and my partner just had top surgery, and we have so much stuff going on.
Yeah.
But we finally, after many tries, are here to talk about Pokemon Legends ZA.
Yeah. So in spite
That's
of
the biggest one.
In spite of all of the stuff that's like news related stuff, whatever, new releases and new announcements. I think this episode is going to be dedicated to ZA.
Yeah, I think ZA deserves its own episode.
We're big Pokemon guys.
We're big Pokemon guys.
This is a new Pokemon game, and we've both beaten the game.
Yep.
And so we're going to talk about all of it, but we're going to segment the episode a bit. So if you haven't played ZA yet, maybe you're still on the fence about it, we're going to talk about the early game.
Yes.
Up until a point. And if you have played ZA, you've maybe also beaten it. We're going to be talking about up until the ending and into some post-game stuff.
Yeah, that's it. You said it. We're going to talk about the entire thing, but don't worry, there will be a very large spoiler warning.
A clear divider.
We will say, hey, you haven't finished the game. Stop listening here.
I think talking about the early game, even for people who haven't played it, is fine. It's going to cover, I think, mostly stuff that was like in the marketing and
exactly. Nothing
major.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Do you want what you've been doing lately? Otherwise, I guess before we get into ZA proper.
I've been playing Legends ZA
for sure. 100%. Me too.
That's it.
Admittedly, me too.
That's pretty much all I've been doing. Yeah, I mean, opening Pokemon cards sometimes.
Nice.
Playing ZA, taking care of my little Shia. That's about it. Yeah. Getting ready I'm on tour next week for a couple of days.
That's exciting.
Yeah. Gonna be fun, and then just mostly chilling though.
Yeah.
Recovering from the last month.
Yeah. October was busy.
Yeah.
For both of us.
Yes.
Had a lot of shows, but it was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Had a great time.
Yeah.
I kind of miss it.
I know.
Not
me
even
too.
kinda. I do miss it.
No, I do.
Especially like the days after like we did our last show. I was just like at home doing nothing, and like that whole week, like none of the bands that I played with had any practices or anything. So I was just like at home watching TV. And for the first couple of days, I was like, "This is nice and relaxing." And then after a while, I was just like, I have so much time that I feel like I'm going crazy.
Yeah.
Because I'm used to kind of
being busy.
A bit more packed.
Totally.
But things are getting closer to getting busy again.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
We're both playing a show together next. Well, not together, but two of our bands are playing on the same show next week. So that'll be fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, besides that, literally just playing Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to talk about our experience getting Legends ZA?
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
Yeah, so I guess Legends ZA came out October 16th.
Mm-hmm.
We were on tour at the time,
Mm-hmm.
playing with an artist named Burry, which was very fun. We were playing Ottawa on October 15th, which is the night before it came out.
Mm-hmm.
And EB Games in Canada had a couple of locations that had midnight releases. Nova Scotia was not on that list where we are from, but luckily Ottawa was. And so some people here may have seen it because we live streamed the experience from my phone.
Forgot that we did that.
Yeah, hilarious. But we got to go to a midnight launch for Legends ZA.
Mm-hmm.
After our show.
Yeah.
We packed up and then headed to EB Games. And you weren't initially going to get it.
No, well, I
On the
told,
launch.
I told my partner Mo, because she asked me, because she knew that we were going to be away
Yeah.
when the game came out. So a couple days after launch, when we got back home, she had asked me to like wait until her and I could start the game at the same time. So yeah, I was just going to wait until I got back home to get the game. But then I figured I was going to be there with you anyway.
Yeah.
And the sales tax made it a little bit cheaper. So fuck
Tiny
it.
bit.
I decided to get it. But I didn't play it
You didn't play it.
after getting it initially.
Yeah.
But you were playing it, and very kindly to me did not spoil anything for me.
Thanks. I
But
was trying so hard.
I have to admit, I couldn't help myself from like peeking over your shoulder at times.
That's fair.
Just to see the odd thing. I didn't see anything crazy.
Okay, good.
You know, it was mostly just a lot of the same stuff that was in the marketing.
Yeah.
But yeah, those couple of days were tough.
That's fair. I felt really bad, like playing it while you couldn't play it,
But,
and
yeah.
I wanted to talk about it with you so bad.
Right.
But I was just like, I can't hold back from playing it.
No.
But also,
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure you weren't getting spoiled because I didn't want to ruin your experience with it. But then as soon as I think I was playing at home, like once we got home that weekend. And then I saw both you and Mo log in, and it said that you were playing Legends ZA, and I was like, yes!
It's happening.
It's finally happening! I
Yeah.
think I texted you, and I was just like, have fun.
Yeah. Yeah, you did. And we did, and we are. Mo at least is still like in the middle of the story right now. But yeah, I beat it. I kind of zeroed in or like horse blinders on to try to beat it a little bit. As much as I was engaging with like trying to fill my Pokedex and doing side quests and stuff while I was doing story stuff, I did kind of want to have it done with. Like I tried to beat it before we played Music Week.
Yes.
Just in an effort because like I going on social media was getting spoilers.
Oh my god, so many spoilers.
Here and there
Yeah.
about megas or story stuff or whatever. So I was just like, if I just beat it and I see everything, then I can't get spoiled anymore. So unfortunately, I think I rushed a little bit because of that.
Right.
And didn't maybe, I don't know, take my time with it as much as I would have liked to otherwise. But I also was just sick of seeing spoilers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Kind of ran it a bit.
Which is like, it's understandable. Like it's hard to avoid them. Like I saw so many spoilers. The first day, I saw so many spoilers of different megas, different story things. And I was like, come on. Like, people on the internet just don't have any respect for...
No. And there are definitely people whose, like, job it is. Like, I saw an artist that I follow, like, day 2 of ZA coming out, posting their fan art of one of the new megas.
Right.
And, like... So that like spoiled that mega for me that it existed, but also I empathize with them. Like they're gonna get clicks or whatever from posting artwork of the new guys.
Yeah, and like people making videos on that stuff, like it makes sense. It's their job.
Yeah, 100%.
But it's also like, oh man.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah, I prefer to discover things myself, but It's impossible with something as large as
Pokemon.
Pokemon to fully avoid everything.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
And, you know, like,
can't get too upset about it.
you said you kind of felt like you rushed through it because of that. I did see some of the spoilers, but I feel like this was one of the first games in a while that I actually really took my time with the story and like going through it. Like by the time I finished the main story, I was 40 hours into the game.
Yeah.
Not because the story took me that long, but because I was really exploring the world and like doing side stuff and like just like traveling around in Lumiose, just really enjoying it.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah. It felt really nice. And I was like, oh, wow. I'm not like trying to rush through the story, which I feel like I usually am. So it was really, really cool to like feel that, have that experience with ZA.
Yeah. Get to live in Lumiose a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I knew, like, you know, even after I got all the fast travel points unlocked and whatever, I was still just like, oh, you know, I'm going to walk there.
Yeah.
Get my steps in.
Yeah, get your steps in, collect some items along the way.
Yeah. I love picking up shiny things.
Crush some mega shards along the way.
Oh, yeah.
So, shall we, I guess, get into our impressions of the early game?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's talk about early game.
So, what starter did you pick?
I actually picked Totodile.
Sacre bleu.
Crazy. Because I was hating on Totodile so much before the game came out.
Yeah, you were like, I don't like it. I don't like Croconaw.
Well, I like Totodile, but I didn't like Croconaw. I didn't like Feraligatr.
Right.
And so that's why I wasn't going to pick it. But then when we went to the midnight launch, we got the little keychain as a mystery keychain as our little whatchamacallit gift.
As our pre-order bonus.
Pre-order bonus. Yeah, that's what it's called. And I don't know, just something in me was like, you got to give Totodile a chance. So I did. And I had it on my team. I evolved it up to Feraligatr, and then it got off my team real fucking fast.
Damn. So it didn't last.
It did not last.
Bummer.
For a few reasons. One, Feraligatr is so slow.
Right.
And I had Greninja.
So in ZA, speed functions differently.
Yes.
So like you say it was slow. So what does that mean?
I like physically moved slow.
Okay.
To like go to attack the other guy. Like when it walked over to attack, it was so slow.
It was like lumbering.
Yeah.
So its actual physical movement speed was slow. So I just want to point that out because that's like a new thing to think about with this game.
Yeah.
Is like how quickly a Pokemon actually moves from one place in a 3D space to another. And also I think the cooldown time on moves is affected by speed.
Yeah, it's not just like reaction time or whatever is like kind of what initial speed is, but then the physical moving from one place to another and then cooldown time for sure. So Greninja just got me there. Like, you know, early game you unlock the side quests and there's one where you can get a Froakie and I immediately went to find it because I knew it existed.
Right.
And I knew that the first season of the online battle royale things, you could get a Greninja.
Mega Stone, totally.
Greninja. And so I was just like, yep, here we go.
Yeah.
Greninja.
I think for what it's worth, they chose to do the release of the Mega Stones in order of the Pokemon's popularity. So they did Greninja first because I think they knew that a lot of people wanted to have a Greninja on their team. Totally. And they're doing Chestnut last. Yeah. Because historically,
sorry, Chestnut.
People don't maybe love Chestnut as much. Which is funny because I had a Chestnut on my team. Yeah. But I cannot Mega Evolve it just yet. Yeah. A couple more weeks, I think.
Couple more weeks, and then you'll be able to.
Yeah.
Season 3? Are they calling them seasons?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, okay.
So you unfortunately... Well, depending on how you look at it, I guess. But you replaced Feraligatr with
Greninja.
With the frog.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And because I love the frog.
Of course. You shiny hunted.
I shiny hunted the frog. I got the tattoo.
Of course.
You know,
and you didn't want to double up on the same type of guy.
Exactly.
Right. So
Yeah.
what the rest of your team look like?
So the rest of my team, honestly, it's funny because like it ended up being very similar to what I wanted my team in my like shiny Pokemon, my Pokemon X playthrough with my shiny Froakie. What I wanted to be like, it ended up being very similar, but then I like actively tried to make it a little different. So Gengar, of course.
Classic. Have you seen it? Listen, if you're not watching the episode on YouTube, we're surrounded by Gengars.
There's so many
Everywhere
Gengars.
I look, there's Gengar.
I got this new Gengar. He's really cute. He's sleeping. Got his eyes closed.
Very cute.
Yeah, I saw him at a store and I had to pick him up. Anyways,
So
Gengar. I had Ampharos on my team for a while.
Nice.
Not on my team anymore.
So was that one that you caught?
It was just a regular one that I caught.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. We'll get to that. And then I had... What was on my team? So for a little bit, I had Halucha.
Okay.
And I had Gardevoir because you get the free
the free Ralts with the Gardevoir, right?
Yeah, with the Gardevoir, right? Aegislash.
And then Greninja would be 6.
And Greninja.
So did you swap a couple of them out? You said you
did.
had Halucha for a sec?
I had Halucha for a sec, and I had Gardevoir. And then I was kind of going back and forth between the two of them.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, man, like, I don't know if I want one of these guys over the other. I was kind of getting sick of swapping them back and forth, which it's really easy to do that.
Yep.
Because you have immediate access to your boxes,
Yeah.
which is great. But then I was like, wait a second. If I want a fighting guy and a psychic guy, I'll just get fucking Gallade, who I love more than Gardevoir anyways.
Nice.
I love Gallade. So Gallade.
Galade's awesome.
And then I replaced Ampharos with Garchomp.
Oh.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Ampharos. But Garchomp's great.
Yeah. And you know what? I also had Charizard on my team for a while.
Okay.
And then also took him off.
Okay.
So now, currently, my team is Gengar, Greninja, Gallade,
All G's.
Garchomp.
G's only.
G's
Oh my God,
only.
G's only. We're 4 for 4 on G's.
Aegislash.
Fuck.
Yeah. And then who's the last one? Fuck.
Gibble.
Just Gibble.
Just Gibble.
It was there's another guy. Can't remember right now. But
Damn.
yeah, a lot of G's for sure.
A lot of G's.
Yep.
Cool. That's a great team.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you told me that before you started playing that you had kind of an idea of what you wanted to do for your team.
Yeah.
You wanted to do like a mono type team.
Yeah. I've been doing monotype teams for playthroughs in the last couple of years. So I was undecided on my starter, but I was kind of leading towards Tepig. And so Tepig evolves into Emboar, who's part fighting. So I was like, maybe a fighting type team would be cool. And then I was thinking about like, after seeing Mega Halucha in the marketing, I wanted to have one on my team. So I was like, okay, well, there's 2 fighting types. I was like, what would the rest of that team possibly look like? So the team ended up being Emboar, Halucha, Chestnut, Lucario, Boys the Heracross.
Hell yeah.
Who the internet loves boys, let me tell you what. And I'm missing one. Pangoro.
Ah, yeah.
And they were great. There was a handful of fights that were a little bit trickier because of the entire team being fighting type. Fairies were tricky, but Lucario could handle them.
Yep.
Psychics were tricky, but Pangoro could handle them. So it was mostly fine. Funny enough, I think like enemy Halucha ended up being like one of the trickiest things for me to have to deal with.
Right.
But sometimes my Halucha could like 1v1, especially if it got to Mega. But yeah, I had a great time, honestly. The most annoying thing about having the full fighting type team is throughout Lumio City, there are these obstructions of some kind. So there's a whole bunch of like rocks that, at least initially, you have to rock smash. But then I discovered that like you don't specifically have to use the move rock smash to break these rocks.
Yeah, you just need to use fighting type move.
So fighting type move or like some sort of move that like could do. I don't know if it is like all fighting type moves work or
I used Brick Break.
Yeah, Brick Break would do the trick.
Yeah.
But it isn't like strictly like for a while I had taught Rock Smash to like my Diggersby or something.
Right.
Initially, I think most people probably had that experience early.
Oh, yeah, my early game, I absolutely had a Bunnelby that I just like swapped in just to smash rocks.
Specifically for rocks. And then eventually, because the game never really like tells you this, you kind of just, I think, like happen upon it or hear it from like a friend that, oh, you don't actually have to use specifically Rock Smash.
Yeah.
So that was nice, I guess. But there are other obstructions in the city. There are these like purple piles of sludge that have to be, you have to use a water move of some kind to remove them, to clean them, I guess. So none of my fighting type team had any water moves to speak of.
Right.
So I did have to constantly like swap to my, I don't know, pan pour to use water gun on the sludge. And that like annoyance, believe it or not, like I would come across a pile of sludge and I would just like not deal. I would just go elsewhere.
Yeah,
I would just be like, I don't want to go into my box, get the pan pour and blah, blah, blah. Anyway. But yeah, otherwise having the fighting type team was great. It was a lot of fun.
It was the same with the Brambles for me.
Right.
Because I initially had Charizard, but then in the end, I didn't have any fire types.
Yeah.
And you have to use fire move for the Brambles.
So those could also be cut.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they can also be cut.
Yeah.
So at the time, I think when I had the Charizard first, and then when I got Gallade, Glade's move set right now, I think is still Draining Kiss.
Okay.
Slash. Mystic Fire.
Okay.
And then Brick Break.
Cool.
So like he was kind of my slave also.
Well, he was helping you deal with
he was helping me with
all
that
of the
stuff.
obstructions.
Yeah. Except for when there was the sludge, then Greninja would take over.
Totally. Yeah. I don't know. They're reminiscent of HMs, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. That's what made me think of. That's why I call them my slave.
Sure. You have more options other than just like the specific moves that are designated for dealing with a rock or a strength boulder or a cut tree or whatever. You have a whole bunch of moves that can like do the trick. I don't know. I don't think they were more of an annoyance than anything, because the whole idea of the city is that it's like open and none of the obstructions are like blocking anything like super meaningful. In my opinion,
there wasn't a couple parts.
I just don't think they added anything being included in the game. They were just more of an annoyance than anything.
For sure. I know what you mean. I can see how like it could almost be added into like the platforming esque-ness of some of it.
Yeah.
And like the puzzleness of some of it, where it's like, oh, here's this thing that's in the way. You gotta figure out how to get rid of it. But then it does get monotonous after the first couple times. And you're like, do I really gotta do this again? But also, like, I understand why it's there, because it's like, oh, all of these wild Pokemon are now in the city and they're making a mess.
Yeah. They did their best to contextualize it. To me, the thing that is more interesting about like gating progress from place to place is they don't allow you to use some of the holovators right away.
Yes.
So
that was very good.
Those just let you get up onto some rooftops. So they just make some rooftops inaccessible until later in the game. And like, for me, if something is inaccessible because I don't have water gun on one of my guys, that's just like an annoyance.
Yeah.
If something is inaccessible because I like just like the holovators, the way that they contextualized those is that some of them wouldn't have power, some of them would have like a Pokemon in the way or something, like an alpha like guarding it or whatever, and you just like couldn't access. Most of those I think are like side quests.
Yeah.
And so like a lot of those, like you can't even start the side quest because it hasn't been like unlocked.
Yeah, for sure.
So then like you're just like, okay, I'll come back to this later, and that's fine. And then like you deal with it once, not in like a specific way, but you deal with it like you would any other side quest, I guess. And that felt better. And then the other thing about progress, I guess, and also specific to the rooftops, is there some instances where like you need to be able to platform really from one rooftop to another, and you don't have
a certain thing.
like the ability to tackle that yet.
Yeah.
Which I think that is similar in a way to the way that HMs used to work. Is that you would come across a cut tree and you didn't have cut yet.
And you're like, oh, I can't do this.
So
until
you'll
I
just
go
like,
find it.
Yeah, I'll come back for this later.
Yeah.
And that to me is less annoying even than.
It felt more like traditional Pokemon kind of thing, which was great, I think. I think a lot of people enjoyed that. It is kind of annoying when you have to be like, oh, I can't do this yet. But it's like, it's nice to have that roadblock because you're like, okay, I need to figure out how to get this now.
Versus just like, do I have a guy with a move that handles this for me?
For sure.
On my team? No, I do in my boxes. I'm like, this is like small potatoes because like it takes 10 seconds to go find the guy and then use the move and then just, I don't know.
No,
Anyway.
I totally know what you mean though.
Yeah, we're jumping all over the place. That's my
We
bad.
really are. But it's fine. We're here to talk about ZA, and these are the things that are coming up.
So like, what'd you think of the beginning of the game, the setup? You know, your character like arrives in Lumia City, I think on vacation.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like. It seemed like you come on vacation on a train. Gave me very like Animal Crossing vibes when you come in on the train.
Right.
It was very cute. I really did like how they presented it.
Okay.
I thought it was great. I thought it really immersed you into the world very quickly. Even like the train station area is like really well designed and like really beautiful.
Yeah, I really liked all of the ads.
Yeah,
on the walls in the train station.
They're good. I like made an effort to when I first went there to like go and look at everything.
Look at everything, totally. Yeah, there's a lot of good like in-game art in this game. So they did a good job with that. And then, so my rival would have been Tawny. Yours would have been Urbane.
Mine was Urbane.
Right?
Yep.
So they welcome you to Lumia City, and immediately you're kind of put to work, I guess.
Yeah.
From the get-go.
You are. Got to film a video with your rival to make an authentic ad for this hotel.
Yeah.
Hotel Z.
Hotel Z.
Yep.
And then some shit happens, and then nightfall happens.
Yeah.
And you're thrust into these two hooligans show up, and they challenge you to a battle, and then your rival has these 3 starter Pokemon, and that's when you finally get to choose. And that is your introduction to the battle system.
Sure is.
So what do you think, now that you've played the whole game, you've had enough time with the battle system, and overall, what do you think of it?
Of the battle system, I like it.
Cool.
I think it's cool. It's different from any other Pokemon game.
It's certainly different.
And like you have to think in real time, which I know some people don't like. Some people prefer the turn-based stuff. I actually thought that like me as a Pokemon player has so often always just been like, you know, physical moves first. I just want to get the most damage done as quick as possible. I thought that was going to change with this. It didn't.
No.
I'm still just like, die fast, please.
Yep. Yeah, I'm with you.
I'm not using a whole lot of like moves that are going to change stats.
Yeah. I felt like I like regressed to like the way that I used to think about this game as a kid.
Right.
Where I also was just like, whatever move hits the hardest is what I'm teaching most of my guys. There's the odd exception, I guess, but yeah, for the most part, like also was not really fucking with status or stat adjusting moves at all.
Yeah, I'm just like, hit hard, dodge.
But dodging, yes, you specifically. So you are able to control your trainer character, and then when you move, your Pokemon kind of like follows where you go a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Which is like I didn't expect to be like controlling where it goes.
Sure.
But sometimes I'm like, ugh, only you like moved a second faster, you could
Sure.
have got out of the way of that move.
Yeah. There's some moves. I guess some they changed the way that some moves in this game work, to where like it really reminded me of Mystery Dungeon, because Mystery Dungeon has all of the moves from the main series Pokemon games, but because Mystery Dungeon is a different kind of game, that means that the moves that we're used to are recontextualized to work within Mystery Dungeon's like combat system.
Right.
And so some moves, like multi-hit moves in the Mystery Dungeon series, are broken because they don't do like a little bit of damage every time. They do like a normal amount of damage. Like if you have a tackle and a Fury Swipes in a Mystery Dungeon game,
Yeah.
Fury Swipes is just like using tackle 5 times in a row.
Damn. Okay, that's crazy.
So just in that new context,
Yeah.
this move is reimagined and like suddenly like is a lot more useful than you are used to it being in the main series games. And so that also happened in ZA for me. Some moves, like a lot of like moves in the main series games that are entry hazards, end up being moves that take up an area of the battlefield. Moves like spikes and stealth rocks and toxic spikes and all of those moves, instead of them being an entry hazard in the way that they work in the main series games, in ZA they just take up an amount of space in the 3D battle arena that you're in. And so you do need to like move your trainer, because if your Pokemon is just like Fire Spin, Whirlpool, those moves also just like take up an amount of room. So you do need to just like move your guy out of the way, and then also your Pokemon will follow suit and move out of the way.
Yeah. Which is cool that like you can avoid it by just moving out of the way.
Yeah. Like you don't have to like rely on your guy, the percent chance of your guy dodging the attack. Instead, if your guy dodges the attack, it's likely because like you moved, and like it asks the player to pay more attention in that regard. And similarly, when you're using an attack that like there are some battles in the game where the battle arena is much larger. Yeah. And so you'll use a move that like a move that you will use from afar, like a ranged attack. Yeah. But that attack might only go so far. And
yeah, I've had that.
Conversely, if you're using a physical move, you have to take into account that like if you click the move, well, now if you're standing far away from the target,
now your Pokemon has to run all the way up.
Your Pokemon's gonna like take the time to actually run over there and then punch. Yeah. So yeah, your positioning before you click the attack, your trainer and your Pokemon's positioning, you have to take into account before you select your move.
Which I never really did, but that makes sense. Maybe I'll think about it like way more.
But it's
so true though.
It's more engaging. Yeah. I think I'm the some people who still prefers the turn-based thing.
I think they both have their place.
They do.
For sure.
Yeah. I think my preference is still in turn-based because I prefer just being more methodical and
it feels like there's more strategy behind that.
Yeah. And
where this is just kind of like button mashing in a way.
In a way, other than like needing to reposition for some moves, but for the most part, I agree. I was just holding down L2 or whatever the Switch equivalent of that is, and clicking the move that was super effective and did the most damage. Yeah, and that was 90% of my battle experience. Yes. And
I guess also based on the cooldown times too. So it's like you press one, you're like, okay, this one's the most effective, and then you're like, okay, I'm gonna now use a move that's normal effectiveness because the other one cooldown isn't filled back up yet, and that kind of stuff. Yeah. One thing I will say that I don't like about it, the whole battle system in general, I guess, is only in wild Pokemon battles can you use the dodge roll. Right. I wish in trainer battles you could also use the dodge roll.
Okay. Does it matter? Does it matter if your trainer gets hit by a move in a trainer battle? Like, can you as the trainer feint in a trainer battle?
I don't think so. I could be wrong, but
for like repositioning purposes?
Repositioning wise, because I can't move as fast.
Totally.
So I like using the dodge roll to move faster.
Yep. I feel that because there were many times where in a battle I would go to dodge roll.
And then you can't, and then you're like, fuck, I didn't move as fast enough because I thought I could dodge roll.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, I think they could have just made that consistent across all versions of battling. But I don't know where I was going with that. Sorry.
That's fair. There's a lot.
I think just overall with the battle system, I guess I don't hate it by any means because it is just different and takes a little bit of getting used to.
Yeah, it's fun. I think it's fun.
It's I don't mind it for playing through the video game, like for playing through the story. As far as the like online, the ZA ranked, the ZA Royale ranked that you play against other people.
Yeah,
I don't like that game mode at all. I fear. So like I've been doing that in order to get the evolution, the mega stones.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I get those, I'm out and I'm good until the next season when I need to do it again.
That's fair.
But I know that some people, like, a meta has been developing for that.
Okay.
And people are having fun with experimenting with, like, not strictly using the best Pokemon in the game, which largely are like Metagross and Garchomp. And with the most recent season, the legendaries have been made available.
Right.
So people are using them. But yeah, I don't know. I don't. I still prefer the turn-based thing.
That's
And
fair.
so
That's totally fair.
I know that, and this is a Legends game, and so like I think this is the space for them to experiment with like alternate versions of combat. But I've also seen a handful of people wishing that like Generation 10 maintains this version of combat. I don't think it will. I think for the main series they maintain the turn-based thing forever. But if they do change it, I think I would be really bummed.
Yeah, I also agree that I think the main series games should be turn-based. You know, it's like that's what makes Pokemon so much of what it is.
For the battles.
Yeah.
What I do really appreciate about the Legends series is overworld catching.
Yes.
I think is my favorite part of playing these games.
Totally.
And yeah, needing to like crouch and sneak up on Pokemon. A bunch of the existing Pokeballs in the series. So like in Legends Arceus, they had to kind of come up with, I mean, they still had their basic Pokeball and Great Ball and Ultra Ball, but they came up with a whole bunch of other Pokeballs designed around like where the player is in relation to the Pokemon you're trying to catch.
Yeah.
Whether that's directly behind them and you get a buff of some kind, or a Pokemon that's like really far away from you. So then you could use a Feather Ball or whatever to make catching that a little bit easier. Instead, in ZA, a whole bunch of the Pokeballs that we know already from the mainline games have been reimagined. So like the Quick Ball, for instance. I don't know if you've used that much.
Oh, I use it all the time.
But that one, instead of getting a bonus on the first turn of the fight in the main series games, it has an advantage when you use it on a Pokemon that hasn't noticed you yet.
Yep.
Which is really great. I like how they've reimagined a lot of the Pokeballs to fit in ZA now. Some of them work the same, you know, like your Net Ball just like has an increased chance for water and bug types, but at least for the Quick Ball specifically, that's been a welcome change and redesign, I guess, for the Quick Ball.
Yeah, the Quick Ball has been my go-to for a long time. I love Quick Balls.
Yeah.
And I continue to catch as many things as I can in a Quick Ball. I like try and sneak up, throw the Quick Ball. If it doesn't stick, then I battle them, and then I use an Ultra Ball.
And I really appreciate when you lock onto a Pokemon, it shows the arrows.
Yeah, the chance of
it shows your likelihood of potentially catching it. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Just to convey to the player, like, listen, if you adjust your strategies, you will improve your chances. And sure enough, you see that when you go from just like throwing a ball directly in front of their face to then crouching in some tall grass and throwing a ball at their back. There, you see the arrows go up, and so that's just really good feedback for the player to be like, oh, this new way of approaching this is actually, I can see that it's like it's making a difference. Versus in the mainline games, you're really just chucking balls and praying. Yeah. And that's been one of my biggest complaints about catching Pokemon in the mainline games forever.
Yeah, for sure. yeah, it is a lot of chance. I mean, like, the RNG of it is a huge thing. Like, it's a huge part of it, but it is nice to have, like, oh, if this guy's turned around because he can't see me, there's a better chance that this is going to catch.
I'm going to get an advantage.
It's like, cool, I'm going to wait until he turns around then.
And then they maintain that advantage even in the battles against trainers. If you can get the jump on trainers, then you get a free turn, basically.
Yeah.
Or even you could just like knock out their first Pokemon with your first attack right away without them even noticing.
Which is sick.
Yeah. So that's been
very
huge.
Good. Very good.
So do you like the way that they kind of like after you do that you have that initial encounter against those two goons, they challenge you and you're not officially like a part of the ZA Royale, which is the way that you progress in this game. There's no gyms, there's no trials, there's no Arceus had different maps, and each of those maps had a boss at the end.
Yeah, true.
ZA, being completely in Lumiose, instead has this rank up system, the ZA Royale.
Yeah.
So what do you think of that? And I guess like specifically when it turns to nighttime, and it being like battle o'clock, like now you're gonna go out and fight people.
I think it's cool. I think you staying up all night to battle people is kind of silly.
It's pretty funny.
And you only really sleep when you rank up, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, you have a dedicated cutscene to allow your character to sleep.
Yeah.
And that happens every few
rank,
days.
yeah.
Depending on, I guess, how many nights you play.
Yeah, but I think it's cool. I think it was fun. It's a great way to earn money.
Yep.
Especially if you're like getting the medals and the bonus cards and whatever.
All that stuff.
Like all that stuff is really, really good for farming them coins. So that's good. And you get to like battle a bunch of different people and get XP that way, learn, how the battling system works and how to fight different Pokemon and whatever. So I think it's fun.
Yeah. I think initially, maybe when the battles...
The cutscene's annoying, though.
The cutscene switching from day to night?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my
It's
God.
so
Yeah.
long.
That's maybe my biggest complaint about this game, actually,
Same.
is when you're in the middle of doing something like catching a Pokemon in the daytime and then it switches to night. It just like, if you wanted to catch that Pokemon, fuck you, you don't get to.
Well, yeah, because the spawn resets. That's annoying.
Yeah, it needs to fully reload the map to make it nighttime, which I understand, I don't know, logistically for the game to function, but it's a shame that like, so if it's nighttime and you're in a ZA Royale battle, it will not change to daytime until the battle is over.
Yeah.
And so it's a shame that during the daytime when you're catching a Pokemon, that isn't also the case, that it takes into account that you're in the middle of something and doesn't like fuck you.
Yeah.
And especially if you're trying to catch an alpha, God forbid a shiny, like
Luckily, the shiny wouldn't go away.
like it would just stay there during the nighttime, or I haven't experienced what that's like, thankfully, but
Yeah, it would. So, from what I've learned about this game, I guess we'll just jump into the shiny stuff for a sec. So Legends ZA will essentially like store 10 shiny Pokemon in the game at any time.
okay.
So if there's a shiny Pidgey on a lamppost,
Yeah.
and you miss it, you don't see it,
Right.
and then it goes from night to day or vice versa.
Yeah.
The next time that spawn is able to be in that spot, it'll still be shiny.
It'll still be shiny, so you can't lose it.
You can't lose it unless you spook it and it runs away, or you knock it out.
Yeah.
Or if another shiny spawns somewhere else and takes over its slot. Like if it was the oldest shiny that
Sure.
showed
It'll
up.
bank up to 10, but then the new one will bump the 10th.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So like that is nice that you can't. It's hard to lose shinies,
Right.
but it is still annoying when
Yeah.
it's like you're in the middle of something.
Yeah, specifically if you're trying to catch like an alpha and you're like close, it's like low health, you've been throwing balls for a while, so like sunk cost, and then it switches to nighttime and you're like, fuck, I was this close to getting it.
Yeah.
And you ruined my chances. So I don't know if that's something that they'll ever patch with this game. Maybe when the DLC comes out, that could be something that they adjust with it.
It would be nice if like I'm thinking of like in Scarlet and Violet when you're invited to do a raid battle, you get like the thing at the top of the screen that says like you've been invited to join a raid battle. Press X or whatever to join.
To like confirm the change.
Yeah, so like it'd be nice if there's something like that. It's like it's about to turn to night. Like it'll tell you when it's gonna turn. Like it'll give you warnings. Being
They give you warnings.
About to turn to night, but like it'd be cool if you could be like I don't know, snooze it essentially.
Totally.
For like
5
minutes or something.
It's weird. Like the game will give you a warning that like it's about to change from day to night. Like, do they expect me to just like, okay, well, I guess I'll just like stand here and twiddle my thumbs.
Yeah, exactly.
Or I don't know, go find a bench, I guess, to make it nighttime a little bit faster. But like, odds are I'm already in the middle of something when it gives me that pop up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there was a more eloquent way to handle that they did not implement.
Yes.
And they did for the change from night to day if you're in the middle of something. So
right.
There's like a disconnect there.
Yeah.
I think.
But only if you're in the middle of a battle.
Yes.
Not if you're in the middle of anything else.
No. Yeah. But at least for the battle, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because it would be equally annoying if you were in the middle of a battle in the ZA Royale and it changed to day while you were like about to finish your fight.
There's been so many times where I'll be like, watching the clock tick and it's like about to turn to dawn or whatever. And I'm like, okay, I just want to try and get one more battle in. And I'll send my Pokemon out ready to like, I literally press the button for the attack and it just like doesn't hit the enemy Pokemon soon enough and then it turns to day.
Yep.
And I'm like, no!
Yeah. I know.
My points!
Yeah. Yeah. It stinks.
But overall, very fun.
At least like the loop of like the things that you do or like are encouraged to do in the game during the daytime, which to me is largely like work on your Pokedex, maybe do some side quests and stuff. And then it switches to nighttime and you almost like recalibrate the way that you play the game now. And you're like, okay, it's ZA Royale mode. And I'm going to focus on doing the ZA Royale and having these fights and making some money. And so to me, it keeps things fresh to a degree. Instead of just kind of, if it was all happening like at any time of day, I guess, where you could catch Pokemon, or I guess if you could do battles, I guess would be the only thing, because you can still catch Pokemon during the nighttime. But if the ZA Royale battles could also happen during the daytime, then maybe your focus would just be like too divided, where you would be like, I have too many options, arguably. So making the ZA Royale dedicated to be nighttime, at least for me, it just was like, okay, it's nighttime. I'm gonna like zero in on doing the ZA Royale now and focus on doing that.
That's fair. I agree to an extent. For me, like, whenever it turned nighttime, depending on what I was doing, like sometimes I was like, there's many days where I just didn't participate in the ZA Royale.
Yeah, me too.
Because I was just like doing something else.
Yep.
But you're right. Like, you're not focused on battling during the day. You're focusing on like exploring the city and like trying to collect your Mega Shards and go find other places that you haven't been to yet and filling out your Pokedex and exploring in the wild zones and stuff like that. But then, when it turns to night, then you're like, battle time, baby. Battle time.
Yeah. So it would just kind of like, it kept things fresh for like a while. And then I found that the requirements to get Challenger tickets from the ZA Royale just became a little too large. And so I felt the ZA Royale was just taking too long. Right. Or it was becoming pretty repetitive. Okay. In order to get the Challenger ticket that I needed to progress the story. I was also, I was like pretty focused on like doing the story. And so maybe I was just more cognizant of how long that was taking for the express purpose of continuing the story.
Yeah.
Where I feel if you were taking your time, you wouldn't notice this as much.
Exactly. And like, you know, I agree. Like, I think like I liked being like, oh, you know, like I'm this far away from getting my next Challengers ticket kind of thing. Like, I thought it was a good pace for me for that. But in my second playthrough that I've started on another profile on my Switch, specifically to do shiny hunting, like it's going to be a shiny only playthrough, I found it to be slow. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like even just like the start of the game, really slow.
Yeah.
Took a long time to get to a spot where I was actually like free and able to like go around and do stuff.
One of my biggest complaints about Arceus is that the beginning of the game takes a while before it finally lets you free. ZA is an even worse offender, but like it tricks you. Like you think that you're free.
And then it's like,
Several points throughout the beginning of this, the first like couple hours, which is like way too fucking long.
Way too long.
There's a lot of tutorialization in this game and a lot of hand holding and a lot of go here and then go here and then go here. And if you try to deviate from that at any point, the game stops you in your tracks and says, you got to do this first. And
until you get to a certain point.
It's so, man, listen, if you haven't played the beginning of this game yet, honestly, just do what it tells you to do. Don't even try to explore until it finally like lets the chains off.
Yeah.
Actually, you know, because again, there were several points where I thought I was finally free to explore. And then it, you know, it's like, actually, this is how Mega Evolution works. Actually, this is how some other aspect of the game works. And I understand they for like a younger person who probably doesn't even notice that these are tutorials for them, this is probably just the game. Yeah. But for people who know the difference, the fact that it's even longer than Arceus is like unforgivable. It
would have been cool if, you know, they had an option where they're like, have you ever played a Pokemon game before?
And they've done that in previous games, at least, where they ask you the question, like, do you want to learn this or no? And you can say no, and then they skip it. Yeah. And 100%.
And then you could skip like, you know, a fair bit of the tutorialization.
But I think so much of the early story stuff is like intertwined with the tutorialization. So you can't skip it because it is part of the story. So what'd you think of the story? Early game. We'll dig into.
Yeah, early game. I mean, like I was, besides the point of like, you know, there were times where I wanted to go off and explore and try and find things.
Yeah.
I was in it. You know, like I was invested in what was going on. It did get to a certain point at a little bit in that I was like, okay, can I do something else now?
Yep.
You know? But like, I think it was overall pretty good. Not necessarily like a whole lot of depth to it, but that's pretty typical for Pokemon these days, I guess. I guess like the way that I've also been trying to think about it's like, okay, if this game, say like you're like, oh, I didn't really like Pokemon, like I don't really like Pokemon games, didn't like how they went, but someone was like, hey, like you should give this one a try because it's different. Then I can see like why it is the way it is, like why the story's the way it is, why the tutorialization's the way it is. But yeah, I think as like someone who's played a lot of Pokemon, it's kind of like, ugh, you know.
Yeah, it's a little bit of been there, done that.
Yeah.
I think so. Something that they have nailed for the last several like modern Pokemon games has been character designs. I think they're like the humans, humans that they come up with.
Oh, they're super cool.
Are awesome.
Yeah, so cool.
I fear though, save for maybe a couple, most of them are just like really like vapid,
boring
and I do not care to spend any amount of time with them. I think my only exception for ZA is like Naveen.
Yeah.
I think Naveen is pretty funny and like actually has a personality, but a lot of the rest of the characters in these games are fully vacant. So Cassie, I gave this story. I was reading everything, every text box for I want to say a good 10 hours, give or take, and I
Yeah.
finally just threw in the towel and said, I can't like waste my time anymore, I fear. And it was an A mashing simulator for for a long time. And that, at least not for the entire game. There were moments and there were some characters here and there that I was a bit more interested in, that I would stop and read and see what they had to say.
Yeah.
But by and large, like they would introduce some new characters who again loved the design.
Yeah.
But the character themselves, like, couldn't care less. Sorry.
Fair enough. I mean, yeah, I guess for me, like, I found that for the most part they were pretty decent. Like, you know, I felt like I was immersed into the world, and I was intrigued and interested in what these people were doing and who they were, and like I felt like I learned some cool things about them that kind of related back to Pokemon X and Y and like other stuff, and things would click and I'd be like, oh, whoa, that's kind of cool. But I can like I understand where you're coming from with like, so there's depth missing in some places for sure.
But I mean, a lot of people really enjoyed the story of Scarlet and Violet, and I did not. I think like a lot of like the way that they're approaching stories in Pokemon games is just not for me.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I'm not there for the story as it is anyway. I'm there for the mechanics and the guys. So that's another reason largely why I was kind of racing through the story, was just really to engage with the mechanics. But yeah, I like Naveen. I think Naveen's neat.
Naveen's cool.
And yes, a handful of like nods and Easter eggs, I suppose, to Pokemon X and Y.
Yeah.
And at least like that is a way that I know for sure that they're thinking about like older Pokemon fans, is when they include these details and stuff like that. Even if they don't mention a character by name, they'll mention some aspect about them that you're like, I know who you're.
Like fucking Lita being like, I came to Lumios to be like this famous dancer.
Yes, to follow a great dancer. I wonder who that could be. So I do appreciate stuff like that.
Or like in the research lab, the photos on the wall.
The photos, Sycamore.
Yeah.
100%.
Sycamore photos.
So there's something in the research lab on the computer.
Yep.
There's a lantern up on
there
this
sure
like
is.
sciencey monitor. So you can't catch Chinchou and Lantern in the base game of ZA. But I'm holding out hope for this DLC.
Yeah.
And like I'm wondering if they maybe haven't even, because it's on the computer. Why would it be on the computer?
I know.
In the
this
game.
is true.
Lantern is just like on this like sciencey monitor thing next to a whole bunch of like sciencey looking like graphs and statistics and shit. And so I'm wondering like, why is it? I saw that and I was like, what the hell?
Yeah,
You know,
I feel like I got really excited and took a screenshot of it when I saw it, because I was like, Spencer's guy.
That's my guy. He's not in the game, and I knew that. Neither is Lapras, but that's fine. But then
take a picture.
if Lantern's in the DLC, and Lantern gets a Mega, oh my god,
whoa.
I'm gonna be thrilled. I'm gonna be through the roof. As long as they don't butcher it.
Yeah, fair enough.
They could make a Mega that I don't agree with. But anyway, whatever. That's neither here nor there. But yeah, I do appreciate like when they make an effort for continuity. Pokemon's always been great about continuity, and it is fan service to a degree of just like if you know, and it makes your experience richer of just like you've experienced previous games that these are referencing, and that makes,
well, like we said, like even like the artwork and the ads,
yes,
and like, you know, like when you first walk into Lumios, there's a huge billboard screen, like, you know, electronic billboard thing that like has different ads, and like the first thing, at least the first one that I saw, I don't know if this is the same for everybody, was just like the 3 fully evolved Kalos starters. And I was like, oh, this is so cool. Like really, really cool. And I think there's one where there's like a character from X and Y that's like a model or
Yep.
something, right?
Yeah, there's like a poster of Valerie, who's the fairy type gym leader from X and
Yes.
Y.
Yes.
And there aren't many characters from the past who are like actually in the game. Really, there's AZ
Yep.
is the first one who's like running Hotel Z. There's
Mabel.
Emma, there's Mabel, and so there aren't many characters from X and Y who like make a return.
But there's a lot of
in this
nods
story
to,
5 years later. But there's a lot of nods to
Yeah.
characters from the past for sure.
and the DLC is going to have more.
Yeah, the DLC is bringing back at least one more character.
Yeah.
There are, at least with like the city itself, there are some things that are retained. So like if you look at X and Y's Lumios and ZA's Lumios, there are like a lot of cafes that are the same. The Stone Emporium is the same. But some places are fully gone. In X and Y, there was a feature where you could make a PR video for your trainer, for instance. And that is not, unfortunately, intact
God
in
damn
ZA.
it. But the first thing you do is make a PR video for the hotel.
Right.
Or you're supposed to.
Right? Yeah, exactly. That's a very, I hadn't considered that. But yeah, Tawny/Urbane is making a PR video for the hotel.
Yeah.
But then you can't make a PR video for yourself. And that was a fun feature from the original game.
Bring it back in the DLC.
Something else that occurred to me is in the originals, you could ride around go-goats. Like you can fast travel using taxis in the original, and that is maintained in ZA's Lumios. But in the original, in X and Y, you can hop on a go-goat and run around on the back of a go-goat. And I thought that would be a cool mode of transportation in ZA. People also are lamenting the lack of roller skates in ZA, which is a bummer.
Yeah.
You can walk and you can run, and that's it. And you're missing.
And you can parkour.
So that is fun. I do appreciate the 3D platforming that is here.
I love the platforming.
Yeah, and the carrots you get from doing that.
But you're right. I do miss the roller skates a little bit.
I think they should have implemented at least one more like speed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you've got your walk, you've got your run. Rollerblades to me are the perfect third. Like if you want to go just that little bit faster.
Totally.
Those should have been implemented. So that's unfortunate.
And I don't know about you, but like I don't use the taxis. I used it once to see what it was like, but I'm like I can fast travel using my map.
Yeah. Freely you can fast travel.
Yeah, I'm not going to pay $700 to.
And they're very liberal with the amount of fast travel locations. It's not just Pokemon centers. It's like pretty much every cafe. It's a bunch of other landmarks. Every wild zone you can fast travel to.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I don't know. I'm missing that third speed.
Totally.
I think.
Yep. I agree.
I would be more incentivized even to roam around the overworld if I could do it just a touch faster.
Which, that being said, like I do miss that. I do wish we had that, but I am also like not super mad with the speed I have to go. Like I like the speed that I get to travel around with, but maybe that's also just because I have been like really trying to just enjoy and take in the game as much as I can. But I do, like, there are times where I'm just like, it'd be cool if I had rollerblades just for funsies.
Like even if they compromised and like removed some of the fast travel spots, but gave you rollerblades.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just to kind of be like, because I as much as I did walk from some place to some places, for the most part, if I could fast travel to a place, I would.
That's fair.
But again, we played.
Well, that's why it's great that we're having this conversation, because like we played the games very differently.
We did play the games very differently. Yeah. Any other like early game? We've been kind of jumping around from thing to thing.
We have, yeah.
But
just fine, I think.
I guess, is there any other story stuff that you wanted to talk about?
Early game stuff. I mean, not really. Like, you know, you end up officially joining the ZA Royale and working your way up, and the goal is to get to rank A so you can be the best Mega Evolution user, best trainer in Lumios, so that you can help Quasartico with whatever the fuck they gotta do.
Yeah. I liked the setup at least of all of that, and
I think I actually
okay,
that's what I'm whispering. Um, the character customization.
yeah, oh my god, yeah,
Yeah.
fuck it up,
Yeah. So like this is huge
yeah,
for Pokemon. One, it's the first game that none of the clothes are gendered.
awesome.
You do unfortunately still have to pick a gender when you
At the
start
of
the game.
Mhm.
You have
To
4
me-
boy options or 4 girl options.
To me, you are choosing Tawny or Urbane for your rival.
100%. Totally. Although, like, you know, body shape and stuff, it is different
Yeah.
a little bit, but like not really.
Yeah,
Because you're still, you know, a 10-year-old child, I guess. I don't know. However.
I feel like you're like a teen.
Yeah, maybe.
You're some aged teenager in ZA,
Yeah.
like a little bit older.
But then,
But anyway,
besides that, like, you do still have to wait a little bit. Like, you don't get the full character customization right away.
mhm.
Like, you have to stick with the default hair, the default clothes, and everything off the bat.
Yeah.
You do get to pick your hair color, and you get to pick your eye color and skin color, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Eyebrow shape.
Yeah.
But then after you're able to unlock it, oh boy, it's so much fun. I love, like, I will literally, like, every time I play, if it's a new day, I will change my clothes.
Aw.
Because I'm just like, it's time to get dressed. Sometimes I'll be laying in bed and Shia will be beside me and I'll be like, here, pick my clothes out for me. And then I'll wear an outfit that Shia picked out. And I like I bought so many clothes. I spent so much money. I don't have all of them yet, but I have a lot so that I can make different combinations of stuff, which I like that you can do that.
Yeah.
And just like, yeah, the options, I feel like there's a lot of like kind of like fancier, more fashiony kind of things. And then there's like sweatpants.
Yeah.
And shorts, sweat shorts.
Right.
There's like not so much in the middle.
Okay.
It'd be like more like average kind of clothes.
Either like casual wear or like designer.
Yeah,
and
it
nothing
feels
in
kind of
between.
like that, but
Sure.
also like I think it's fine. I think
Yeah.
it's good. There are some things where I'm just like I see NPCs wearing them, like that's cool. I wish I could wear
Right.
that, but then I can't. So I'm like, why isn't that just in it?
In the
but
game. Yeah.
there's so many stores, so many options. I love shopping and buying clothes and wearing new clothes.
Nice.
Yeah, it's fun.
Hell yeah. Yeah. I really appreciate the NPC that you can run into sometimes who's like, do you want to wear this outfit that I threw together? And you're like, sure, man. And you
It looks
throw it
so
on. It's like
silly.
a mishmash of, it's sometimes matching colors,
It
I
literally
guess.
feels like random generator like outfit.
But every time I saw her, I was like, yeah, man, fuck me up.
Fair
You know,
enough.
give me
fair
the
enough.
fit. There is a point in this story that admittedly is a little bit later, but if you don't fuck with your outfit like at all during the game, there is a point in the story where at one point you do change your fit to be something a bit more designer, and I'm still rocking that fit.
It's a good fit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I wore that fit for a while too,
So,
and go back to it often.
but admittedly, I haven't went shopping once.
Which is crazy because earlier you were saying that in Scarlet and Violet you got all of the clothing options.
I did, but I did that in the post game after I had done like a bunch of other stuff. Like
Okay.
to me, going through and buying all the clothes is a excuse to
post-game thing.
just keep playing the game and
Totally.
farming money.
That's fair.
And so I might continue to do that. In fact, I probably will because there is a reason in the post game to need to do a lot of ZA Royale battles, and so inevitably you're going to get a lot of money from that. So I guess that's what I'm going to spend my money on now.
Go for a shopping spree.
I'll go for a shopping spree and I'll get some fits. I've been thinking about that, like after I had done other stuff like Pokedex stuff and whatever in the game, that would probably be the next thing that I would do.
Yeah.
Is go shopping. So admittedly, I haven't really interfaced with the character customization much, unfortunately.
Crazy. My favorite part.
Yeah, but I've seen a lot of people's fits, and in particular, even the main Pokemon account shared a bunch of in-game screenshots of folks who like made an outfit to match their Pokemon, and most of them, I think, too, were like shiny Pokemon, and some of the colors are like spot on. Like someone posted a pic of them with their like shiny halucha,
Yeah.
and the colors of their fit like perfectly
cool.
matched shiny halucha. So I have to imagine that was on purpose. Is they like took the hex codes of Pokemon and made it
Absolutely.
the colors of the fits.
Like, I mean, I like my Nintendo Switch app on my phone is just screenshots of all of my different outfits.
Hell yeah.
And like so many of mine is like me trying to match Gengar.
Yeah.
And like I'm wearing the cute little purple Gengar hat that like looks like Gengar.
Yeah.
And like there's just pictures of me like in my cool like purple suit with Gengar. Like
Oh yeah.
that's just like most of what my photos are is just me posing with Gengar.
Twinsies.
Just me and my twin Gengar.
I guess something I've noticed, like besides the clothing, that is extremely customizable, I think, is the hair.
Yeah.
You can have like a base color and then like a dyed color, but like you only dye the tips or something.
Yeah, you can. There's two different like options for like different like styles of color combination things. I don't remember what they're called. But I like. There's lots of options for the hair, but I feel like it's still not enough.
Okay.
Like for me, like my character mostly rocks like the slicked back hair right now because like there's one option of like feminine style like curly hair and it's really long. And my hair is not really long. My hair is like shoulder length.
Right.
And everything else is like straight hair.
Gotcha.
And so I'm just like,
so you would like more options for hair.
I want more hair options because it doesn't quite feel like there's something that fits my hairstyle. But I do like what I have, but it was kind of like I kind of have to pick this or this other one, but they still don't feel right.
So you're trying to make your character look like you?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I think that's maybe an impossible task for any video game.
Sure.
I know there are a lot of games that have a ton of character customization options. Pokemon is not nearly the most robust, but at least for a Pokemon game, it is very impressive.
For a Pokemon game, it is very impressive, but I do just wish like, each like length of hair should have like different textures.
Totally.
As well.
I think what's funny about Pokemon is because they make different games and they don't necessarily like add on to them like iteratively. Like they iterate on ideas and stuff, but at least like the games, I don't know, like character customization in other games that are a series, I imagine they would just like retain any of the options from the previous game and then just like add more stuff.
You'd think.
Or Pokemon, just like the options in Scarlet and Violet are just different from the options in ZA.
Yeah.
They're not going to have the same stuff from the previous game where they just like should. But also like a thing with Pokemon is like, even though Pokemon has a style, it does shift a little bit every game. And so they can't really like art design or not art design. That's not what am I trying to say?
I don't know.
Anyway, but they can't, but just because like stylistically the games change from game to game, they can't just like keep the same shit from the past game and then like add a whole bunch of other shit.
Like add the assets.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're similar enough that they probably could. Like
they could get away with it.
I think they could find a way, or even just like be like, oh, we want this style, we're gonna tweak it a bit so it fits this a little bit better.
Yeah.
But ultimately, like, it's great. It's really, really cool. Like, because I think that is a huge part of a lot of games is like you want to, especially with immersing yourself into it, is you want to become that character. Like people are so jazzed about being able to take pics with their Pokemon and look cute and stuff, and not be wearing a school uniform.
Yes, that's definitely a complaint from Scarlet and Violet. It's just like not even remotely enough customization.
Yeah,
in that respect,
they definitely made it up in this, but there's still room for improvement.
Totally,
always.
Yeah. Well, I think that's maybe a good amount of stuff for the early game.
I think so.
So, folks, I think this is going to be our big spoiler marker, all right? So from this point forward, and we'll try to in post-production at a timestamp, I guess, that you can jump to for when it's safe and we're done talking about spoiler stuff, and you can listen to the end of the episode. But from now on, we're going to talk about, I guess, the mid to end.
Yeah.
From the midpoint of the game till credits.
There's like a big thing that kind of happens in the middle of the game until the end.
Okay, so this is your warning. We are going to talk about spoilers now.
Big spoiler warning.
Big spoiler warning. You've been warned. All right. So you do the ZA Royale up until you hit rank V. And then, I mean, I thought that I was just going to go all the way from Z to A
Me
the
too.
whole time. But I also thought, like, this is kind of taking a while. Like, is this going to be like an 80-hour game based on just how long it's going to take
Which I would
to
have been
rank
okay
up in
with,
the ZA Royale? But you are contacted by Vinny from Quasartico, who is the right-hand man of the president of Quasartico. Her name is Jet.
Which honestly, I was surprised she wasn't in it more.
Yeah, she's quite like a background character.
Yeah.
For as much as like she was in the marketing as being like seemingly like a main character. But I mean, Vinny had more.
Although I still haven't finished all my side quests and like the post game stuff. So like maybe there's something that's in my head that I don't know if it's true yet or not, but I'm waiting.
Yeah, and there's also the DLC still.
Yeah, that too.
That could add some more stuff in that regard. Anyway, Vinny contacts both you and your rival, Tawny/Urbane, and says, "Hey, well, I guess the inciting incident is you encounter a rogue mega Pokemon, right?
Yes. The rogue mega Absol.
You encounter a rogue mega Absol, and you have your first rogue mega battle, which is it's almost similar to the boss battles in Arceus.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, it's like very boss battle.
Yeah, it feels like what the boss battles for these games are besides your promotion matches.
Yeah.
What do you think of the rogue mega fights?
I thought they were cool. I thought like they weren't difficult.
No.
But it was cool to get to see all these new megas. And like I like, kind of how they did them, but they went by quickly. Like it wasn't like a tough fight or anything.
Right.
One thing I will say though, the only thing that really bugs me about the mega evolution thing is like you get your mega evolution band bracelet thing, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
But all the other mega evolution users, their little mega stone is like cool and like in a thing like fucking Vinny's is like in the palm of his hand and like some people have them fit. Like and I'm like, I gotta wear this ugly ass bracelet. What the fuck? The aesthetics are very important to me, obviously.
Yeah, I get that. I found them very tedious the entire time. I fear I did not like them.
That's fair.
I feel like I'm being really negative.
No, it's okay.
But truly, every time. Okay, so something. We'll get to this, so maybe I'll save this. But at least, the first Rogue Mega Evolution battle you do is against a Mega Absol. I think AZ lets you borrow
his Mega Lucario.
Which is reminiscent of when you get when you get to use a Mega Lucario in X and Y.
Yeah.
For like the Mega tutorial in that game, which by the way takes 30 seconds. Anyway,
unlike this
one. So that's the inciting incident. So then you deal with this Rogue Mega Evolution, and you also like learn that this is like happening across Lumia City for the first time. Although it's been happening, it's just been covered up basically by Quasartico.
Yeah.
So Vinny contacts you and your rival and says, "Hey,
did you battle this fucking Absol?
Yeah, did you handle this? Yes, you did. Okay, you could be of value to Quasartico, and we are going to expedite your ZA rank up all the way from V to F.
Such a huge jump.
You're gonna skip like over half the alphabet, and in order to be able to finally get that special rank up to F, you have to beat Vinny in a fight. And to me, the fight against Vinny is the first of like major promotion matches.
Yeah.
Like the first few that you do from like Z to V are just like against
Oh yeah, they're not.
They have names, but they're basically nobodies.
Yeah, 100%.
And then the rest of like the mid to end game, all of those promotion matches
They're
are
all
against
huge.
like anime ass looking characters. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Main people. So you play against Vinny, and Vinny also is the first opponent you have
The mega.
who has a mega.
One
And
of the coolest
one
ones.
of the best megas.
Oh my
I was so
gosh.
stoked. And this wasn't one that I was spoiled on, thankfully.
This was also one that I was not spoiled on.
So this was like a genuine discovery when Vinny threw it out into the battle, and I was so thrilled. This was also the first Pokemon I had seen that received a mega beyond was a Pokemon that released after Generation 6.
Yeah.
And so that to me was like, oh, new Pokemon are on the table for megas. I
Yeah.
hadn't previously even considered that.
Mhm.
I don't even think I'd seen any like Pokemon Gen 7, 8, and 9
Yeah, true.
up to this point. So that was really exciting.
So we're talking about Mega Drampa.
Yeah.
One of the coolest ones. Like, I never considered Drampa
No,
before.
I might have said Mega Drampa as a joke maybe once, but I probably like not as a, I certainly
Yeah.
didn't call it.
Yeah,
by any means.
neither did I. And
Um,
then, this fucking Mega Evolution comes out, and it's so cool.
It's sick. Yeah.
It's super cool.
Looks like a dragon boat.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was very awesome, and I was very glad that Vinny had it. I had assumed going in, actually, that Vinny was going to have a Mega Pangoro
Yeah.
from one of the things in his hair.
Yeah, he's got these cute little scrunchies in
Yeah.
his hair.
So I thought, and I felt like Pangoro would like suit his character the way that he looks. So going into that fight, that's what I was kind of expecting. And then, yeah, the Mega Drampa, that was so sick.
Yeah.
So you beat Vinny, and then that launches into what I would call like every rank has like these things happening pretty formulaically. So the first thing is you start to have to do these rogue Mega Evolution fights, and there are 3 of them every time.
Yep.
And so you go into a meeting with
The
the rest of Team
strategy
MZ, a
meetings.
strategy meeting with your rival and Naveen and Lita,
Yeah.
and you're told about these 3 rogue Mega Evolution Pokemon that you have to go deal with one of the other members of Team MZ. And some
Yeah, it's like
of
they each go to one, and then you have to go and like help them.
you join them, and
Yeah.
you do the fight with them. And this was during some of the strategy meetings was like a reveal of some megas for me.
Yeah.
Like they would just say the name of the mega, and I would go, "Oh shit, that's a mega now." I hadn't seen like what it looked like yet,
Yeah.
but I would just like get the reveal of it
Yeah.
from the strategy meeting. And I think just the abundance. I think maybe if they were like fewer and far between, I wouldn't feel as harshly as I do about the rogue Mega Evolution fights. There was just a lot of them. I think like 3 per rank from like F to B, A even. A I think was pretty. A was a bit of a gauntlet.
I can't quite remember. There's a lot though,
There's a lot.
which is like it was cool because it was a great way to see these new megas
Yeah.
and get some more battle experience. And
Yeah, it was
you get the mega stones from each one.
Yes, that's true. Because most of the other mega stones in the game you had to purchase either with money or
with mega shards.
and some of them would be quite expensive.
Yes, I still don't have a lot of the very expensive ones.
Yeah, I don't blame you. 'Cause it takes a while to
Yeah.
get all that stuff. So yeah, that's a good point. Is like it did make some megas, like maybe some people even choose to use some of these Pokemon on their team based on just getting the Mega Stones for these Pokemon. Like Mo, for instance, started using Camerupt because one of the first rogue megas you fight is Mega Camerupt.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And so I don't think Mo would have otherwise used a Camerupt on her team. Maybe she would. I don't know. But at least that was like a reason. Like that was of that first group of 3, which is Camerupt, Slowbro, and Victory Bell. Mo went for Camerupt first, I think, and then used it to help her beat the other 2, I think. So yeah, it's I guess now that I'm thinking about it, it is a good, like, it highlights some of these other megas that maybe people wouldn't
But it
otherwise
does
choose to use on their teams.
Definitely a little bit repetitive because it's like it doesn't change.
No.
So it's like the same thing every time.
Every time.
Where it's like if it was like if the battles were actually like a little bit more difficult or they were a little bit different, like the like the way that it works, like it's it's your typical boss battle where you like, beat it till it gets to 50% health, and then it changes its strategy and does something different, and then you gotta finish it off.
Yeah. And if you don't use a Mega Evolution Pokemon yourself during these fights, Jesus, they take a long time. So it kind of forces your hand.
Yeah.
If you have a team, like maybe you're doing a challenge run of some kind or whatever, or just the Pokemon you want to use, maybe none of them have a Mega form.
Yeah, I did try to pick guys that did have Megas. I think the only one on my team that didn't was Aegislash.
Yeah. So then Aegislash for these battles, like, kind of useless.
100%.
Unfortunately. Just because, like, it's not going to, or at least it's going to make the fight take way longer than it needs to.
Honestly, I think if I ever did switch out Aegislash in any of those fights, it was for the sole purpose of having a guy out so I can revive my other guys.
The guys who could Mega.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I did something similar. So, yeah, it's not my favorite. Okay, I can't believe you're playing this game twice in such a short amount of time, because I would not want to replay this game anytime soon, I fear.
Okay, so like all of the story stuff, I'm button mashing through it.
Totally.
And taking I think I got to rank V, or I think I just did the rank V battle in my second playthrough, and I'm just shiny hunting now.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna play through it, but I'm mostly there just to make a full shiny team.
Yeah, that's the focus.
And have like another story to go through kind of like on stream.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah.
And then other than the Rogue Mega Evolution battles that you have to do every rank, there's also a new promotion match. These ones are much more involved insofar as the lead up to the fight itself against this new like much more design. Like these characters feel much more like gym leaders to me.
Yes.
100%. They play a bigger role in the story at large. They have, all of them have like a support, like a supporting character, and then like the main person that you fight against for the promotion match itself. And something I noticed about that, the supporting character has a beneficial type against the person that you fight against for every instance.
Really?
I think. Maybe not every single instance, but at least like I noticed that a lot of their types like interact in some way. But yeah, I think your first promotion match is against Canary, the streamer girl.
Yeah, I think so.
And then her grandfather is the guy who runs the construction company. So he is like a ground type user and she's an electric type user.
True,
and both of them, you fight against both of them during this, like, they feel like arcs.
Yeah.
They feel like each of them, like, to the point where like you start the arc by having the meeting and also like getting the update for the promotion match against whoever, and you do those 3 Rogue Mega Evolution fights, and then you go through all of this like story stuff until eventually you do the promotion match, and then you have dinner with Team MZ and you go to bed
and you get your curry and croissants.
Yeah.
Your croissant curry.
Your croissant curry. And rinse and repeat like 5 times, I think, from rank like F to A.
I think like thinking back on it, like learning about these new characters and like learning about their stories is kind of what kept me engaged with a lot of it.
Yeah, like getting to know the new characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, again, the new megas and stuff, but like, yeah, you're right. It is like the same thing over and over again.
I'm with you. I liked meeting the new characters. I just like a lot of the way that a lot of the dialogue in this game, I fear I could not.
That's
like, it's just a lot of it also.
Also, like, what's the deal with Canary basically being Iono?
They did do that thing like twice in a row, didn't they?
Yeah, like electric girl streamer.
Yeah, twice.
It's like
back to
if
back.
I had a nickel for every time this happened, I'd have 2 nickels.
Which isn't a lot of nickels.
But it's weird that it happened twice.
Weird that it happened twice. And twice back to back even.
It's like, are they related at all? Like,
yeah, I don't know. I think like they have decided to make the streamer an archetype, I guess, to base a trainer on.
Which is so
And they
fucking
decided to do electric
crazy.
twice. I don't know.
Oh, man.
I get it. Streamers are more popular than ever in like
popular,
the
yeah.
zeitgeist, and
But the kids all want to be.
people playing a Pokemon game know who a streamer is.
Yeah, true.
Even
That's fair.
but yeah, choosing electric type twice in a row is certainly a choice.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be interesting in Gen 10. We have our third in a row probably
Maybe.
of the exact same type of person. I guess at least Iono and Canary do have different personalities.
Definitely.
At least.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're
We're different teams,
in different teams.
but
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah. To me, the most exciting part about each of these fights against these like more main characters was the reveal of what their mega was going to be.
Yep.
That was the most like the thing that I was like excited about the most going into the battles with them. And most of their megas, again, thankfully, I was not spoiled on. So it was still a lot of like discovery seeing these megas for the first time.
Totally.
So that was probably my favorite part of doing all of that. And that was probably the thing that, I mean, I was going to keep playing this game to beat it eventually anyway, but the most like the main driving factor for me was just seeing what the new megas look like.
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't know. Yeah. You just go through a few different arcs with a few different characters. There's Canary and her grandfather, whose name I don't remember.
God, what is his name?
It's like Racine Construction or something. Or
Yeah,
I don't know if that's how you
Racine
pronounce it.
Construction. And what's his fucking name?
I don't remember.
It's some weird name though. Yeah.
And then there's the fighting type. There's the dojo guy, the Fist of Justice guy.
Yes.
Ivor.
Ivor, yeah.
And his sister Gwyn, who's a ghost type user. And there is, stop me if you have anything specific you want to say about them.
I mean, is there anything? Ivor kind of reminds me of Volo a little bit.
Oh, interesting. With the hair?
Maybe.
Okay.
Or maybe there's someone else that he reminds me of. Maybe it wasn't Volo. I don't know. But like that whole thing, it felt familiar.
Yeah.
But I did like Gwyn's thing with like going into the sewers and whatever and Chandelure and whatever.
Yeah.
It was kind of cool.
My favorite detail about Ivor is that he doesn't have a phone, so you couldn't do the, even though you met him and were with like next to him,
couldn't do the promotion.
You couldn't do the
match
fight against him because he didn't have a phone
sister.
to do the match to like set up the match against. So he had to borrow his sister's phone to do it, and that's why you had to go find his sister who's fucking hiding in the sewers
because she's like annoyed with him.
Yes.
So good.
After them, I believe was
and it would be
the battle people.
Battle people.
Oh no, it's Corbeau, the mafia people.
You know, isn't there one before that?
Corbeau.
Oh wait, ranked F to E was Canary, and then E to D
was Ivor.
Right. Yes, and then so
and then D to C
would be Corbeau.
And yeah, so
with the Rust Syndicate.
The Rust Syndicate. Thank you. So your rival owes a bunch of money to basically the Yakuza, who are the Rust Syndicate.
Crazy.
And they're fun characters.
They were super fun.
What's the name of the steel type guy? The big guy?
Felipe or whatever.
Philippe.
Philippe.
Sure. He's great.
Philippe.
He's great. Corbeau is one of the best designed.
I love Corbeau so much. I can see like people are gonna cosplay as Corbeau.
100%.
I'll fucking cosplay as Corbeau. You know, he's great.
And
I think the Rust Syndicate in general is pretty cool.
They're very fun. I like the design of their. So another thing I think to mention is like all of these arcs have like a grunt equivalent.
Exactly.
Like the Dynamo people have like the
construction
the construction workers wearing the like
the Dynamo
the Canary merch.
Yeah.
The Fist of Justice people have just basically
people
like
that are in the Fist of Justice. Or whatever.
Like the dojo.
Yeah.
Looking, I don't know, karate people. And then the Rust Syndicate people are all like They really remind me almost of like Team Skull,
Team Skull, yeah,
or
Team Yell.
Team Yell, but
Yeah.
like Team Yell, like still like dressed like in suits.
Yeah,
But they're Yakuza, which is very fun.
super cool.
Very fun. Yeah, that was probably one of my more favorite like arcs, I guess, for the game.
Same.
And I really liked Corbeau. I really like his team and his mega.
His team's great.
Yeah.
He's really cool. And I felt like the length of his like arc was great.
Yep.
Thought it was really cool. It's funny, like when I was just exploring around before I got to rank D, I like found the Rust Syndicate place and like went to talk to the grunts, and I was just like, oh, is this going to be like the Team Flare of this game?
Yeah.
And then they're just like, you can't come in here, blah blah blah. And then like I had basically got turned away.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, what's that? When are they going to get in here?
They've been doing like red herring evil teams since like Sun and Moon, really. Team Skull was the first ones.
Yeah, it's funny because, like, you know, that's the thing. All of them, like, they're not actually bad guys.
Yeah.
They're just like...
They're like disgruntled locals.
Yeah.
But they're not evil.
Yeah. They're like, we're trying to help by being the... We're the good mafia, you know?
Yeah. So I did really like them. Yeah. And then after them was the fancy battle
the
people.
SBC or whatever that was called.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
But you're right, they had an acronym.
The fancy battle people.
Yes. And they were all what's that? Laban?
Yeah.
The Dragon Maid?
Yeah.
She's awesome.
Dragon. Yeah, she's cool.
And she's secretly like angry. Not angry, I guess, but she's like secretly
kind of crazy.
She like appears to be like nice and like sweet, and then ends up being pretty intense.
Yeah.
She's great, and her mega is great. Was not expecting that. So that was a nice surprise.
Yep.
And then Jacinth, is that how you've been pronouncing it?
I think so.
Jacinth?
Yeah.
The fairy type lady? She's funny.
She's funny. She's kind of annoying.
But I like that her hologram is pink.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like she's so rich that she gets her own holotech stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy.
And then that gets you to the final two. And this is where the story opens up a bit more and starts to incorporate some stuff from the past and a pretty main character. This is a big spoiler. If you've still been listening for some reason and think actually this isn't anything major, this was one of the biggest bombshells in the whole game.
This was one of the things that like there were a few things that fucking blew my mind.
So this is when I stopped to read fully.
Yes.
Anytime this guy was on screen, I fully stopped to see what he had to say.
So like you actually kind of learn about him earlier, but don't know much about him. And then Corbeau is the one that kind of tells you who he is. And like they have quite the connection. So that was enough of our lead in for those who are trying to not be spoiled.
Yeah. The character's name is L, but if you know from the get-go,
fucking Lysander.
He's not dead, actually.
Yeah. What the hell?
You don't know, if you didn't play X and Y, it was kind of understood that he blew up.
Yeah. He's the big bad evil man that was like, I want Pokemon and people to live in harmony, but I'm going to do it by killing everyone and using this crazy machine.
Yes, and only my members of Team Flare will survive.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it was for years, it was just like Lysander was the only evil team boss to have actually died. And sure enough, that is not the case.
Nope.
He's alive and well.
He's alive. He's missing an eye now.
Yep, and he has amnesia.
And he has a crazy amnesia. Can't remember a damn thing.
And so he kind of is shepherding.
Also looks like a homeless man.
He does, yeah. Well, he's very reminiscent of what like AZ looked like in X and Y.
True.
That has like shifted.
There are parallels.
Yeah. But he is kind of shepherding Zygarde, and so you also have a couple of run-ins with the dog version of Zygarde 10%.
Form.
And so L or Lysander tells you that he is collecting Zygarde cells to try to power up Zygarde to help with this like impending great calamity.
Yeah.
And he also tells you that AZ has done something bad. And he doesn't tell you like expressly what that is yet. Like I'm saying that he says that AZ did something bad, and like at this point in the game you still don't know what AZ like did and what is like coming still.
But if you've played X and Y, then you like kind of know.
I didn't have an idea.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe I was just remembering things wrong. I was kind of like, yeah, I knew that he was like, wasn't that why he was like locked up and didn't get his floette and whatever?
So, yeah, no, everything that he did 3,000 years ago.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Knew all about the history stuff.
Right.
I think Lysander is referring to the thing that is at the climax of ZA.
Yeah, fair.
That AZ is also responsible for. But we don't know, at this point in the game, we don't know what that is yet.
Yeah, okay.
Speaking of Zygarde, during the Jacinth arc, Jacinth wants to hold a tournament with all of these trainers that you've met up to this point in the game. And you see this like tournament bracket on this screen. And there are a couple of interruptions during the bracket. One of them is Dog Zygarde 10%. And so like Jacinth orders Laban to create a new graphic for this tournament bracket, and you just see this like line offshoot
line of Zygarde
to Dog Zygarde. That was a great gag.
Yeah, that was
I was a
really
big fan
good.
of that.
I like that. The other Zygarde gag that I really liked was when he just gives you a pebble.
The pebble is very cute. Yeah, it's
like,
an unremarkable pebble.
Unremarkable pebble. And I was like,
nice. Thanks. Yeah, unremarkable if you say so. Yeah. So yeah, the final in order for you to get to rank A, which as far as I was concerned at this point was like going to be the end of the game.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
You didn't even know it said that your promotion match was against, I forget if it said against question mark or if against, I think it said against Grizz. Yeah. And Grizz was like a code
Grizz
name.
was rank B.
Right. And that was who your promotion match to rank A was against.
And everyone was just like, who's that? Because his profile picture was a silhouette.
It was a silhouette, but his name at least was still Grizz.
Yeah.
So eventually you track down that this is, and you meet these two pretty early in the game.
Quite early. Very early.
But they seem, as much as they are designed and like seem like they could be more substantial, truly I thought that they were honestly just
I just thought it was a funny nod.
Sure.
So like, yeah, the Nouveau cafes.
Yes.
Have a fucking Team Flare logo, and they're all like obviously like people that were on Team Flare, like have like growing out orange hair.
Yes. But to me, they're like rehabilitated ex-Team Flare members.
Yes, exactly.
Who are trying to like get back into society.
That's what I thought too. Yeah. And like even like one of the other things I clocked was like Mabel's using like I guess I forgot who Mabel was because I haven't played X and Y in a while, but her laptop has a Team Flare logo on it. Right. You know? And then, I immediately clocked the Team Flare with, I just thought it was like a little squiggle. Right. Just like, I thought they were like crossing out the Flare thing. But yeah, then you find out that Grease or Grizz or whatever the fuck is actually a member of Team Flare. And now Team Flare Nouveau, which is the new Team Flare, obviously, because that's what Nouveau means.
C2 Parle. Yeah, and so he ends up being your final opponent, and he's also with another member of Team Flare. Her name is, I want to say like Grizel. And what's his full name?
Grisham? Grisham?
Yes, and her name is Grizel. So you fight Grizel. She has a pretty sick mega, and you fight Grisham. I actually don't remember what his mega was. Grizel has the Pyroar.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
What does Grisham have? Is it a Gyarados? Or no? I think I'm thinking of somebody else.
I'm going to look it up.
Okay. Anyway, regardless, What they bring you, like you meet up with them at their cafe, and they bring you to the closed and boarded up Lysander Cafe, which in the events of X and Y is where you go and you find that's where Team Flare's like lab is.
Yeah.
And that's like a whole dungeon in the game. And so that is a place that you actually can kind of revisit in ZA, which is I thought that was super sick to be able to go back to that particular location.
Cool. That was very, very cool. I got that spoiled of like not the whole thing, but I found out that it existed. Also, his mega was Charizard.
Oh,
Charizard Y.
Charizard Y. Yeah, that was cool for him.
That was very cool.
Yeah, because they're both like fire type users, really.
Makes sense. Team Flare.
Team Flare, 100%. But yeah, so you go to Lysander Cafe and they start telling you about story stuff and about AZ and how Prism Tower, which up to this point has just kind of been like under construction.
It's been there under construction.
Had some like, I don't know, scaffolding and some like construction.
It seemed like they were obviously trying to hide something.
Yes.
But,
So I guess we find out, I think, from Lysander that Prism Tower is very quickly going to like
fucking explode.
It's going to like explode, but like become. I didn't know if it was going to be another ultimate weapon where it was going to like fire a beam or like something else. But yeah, you go through the old Team Flare labs.
Yeah, Lysander Labs.
And
a lot of different Pokemon in there that you couldn't really get before.
Yeah, Beldum's in there. One of the things is you can actually go to AZ's like jail cell down there also, which was another like that hit me really hard.
Yeah.
So yeah, I at this point in the game I had fully stopped and
you're like fully immersed into it.
I was like, this is what I'm here for.
Yeah.
And no shade to everything else, but I maybe
like the end of
fast forward it.
The game was huge. Like I thought from really for me like from rank F onward was very like I know the Rogue Mega Evolution stuff was a little repetitive, but like it was like okay, this is like pretty good storytelling. Like the writing was pretty good. But then specifically from like C up was like, oh shit, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
Like this is like kind of blowing my mind.
Yeah. Well, I guess finally, I guess, getting to, so you beat Grisham and you get rank A.
You get rank B, don't you?
I think Grisham is the fight for A, finally.
Oh, he's rank B. You're rank B.
So
yeah. Okay.
Both you and your rival get rank A at the same time. And then at this point, something else that is happening is AZ says that he is not like physically strong enough to be able to handle Floette, who we find out can mega evolve. And so he's like, we need the strongest mega evolution user to be able to use Mega Floette, and Quasartico is in on this also with AZ. It's the whole point of the ZA Royale was to try to find the strongest Mega Evolution user to use Mega Floette to deal with this impending calamity that had to do with Prism Tower. So that all comes to a head finally. You meet at Prism Tower, you fight against your rival, whether you win or lose, because you can just this is what the speed run for this game is doing, is just losing to the rival because the outcome doesn't matter. But you fight your rival in this one final big match, and then again, whether you win or lose, your rival still says, I'm gonna take Mega Floette into Prism Tower to try to put a stop to this, basically. And so they do that, and they play this nice rendered cutscene, and the rendered cutscenes in this game are actually very nice.
They look really good. I took a lot of screenshots of them. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, me too.
Nice.
And your rival thinks that they deal with it. Sure enough, that would have been quite anticlimactic if that were the case. And so Prism Tower like fully awakens.
Yeah.
And it starts to get these like corrupted like plant qualities about it.
Yeah, well, because it's Floette like it's like Floette's Mega Evolution.
Yeah.
Well, because it's with the what's the other machine thing called?
Other machine thing.
Because there's like the thing that Floette like merges with.
I don't remember, but
There's the other thing.
is this in Prism Tower?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the thing that AZ made.
Right. The ultimate weapon? Or
No, the other
this is
thing.
another thing?
Yeah, this
That
is the other thing.
In Prism Tower?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't remember.
You don't remember what's called?
Sorry.
Because there was the ultimate weapon, and then there was like why can't I remember what it's called? Whatever the other thing was, it had a name. It was like a feminine name, was what it was called.
Oh, that started with an A.
Does it start with an A?
Yeah. Well, it was like another name for Prism Tower, right?
Yeah.
I remember now what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But I don't remember what the name was. But you're right. It started with an A.
Ange. That's what it was. It was Ange.
Ange.
Yeah.
Ange Floette. Okay.
Yeah. So it was Ange, and like when they were like merging or whatever,
Right.
was where the flowers were coming from.
Right.
I'm pretty sure. But
Gotcha.
it was like not under control.
Yes. And so Prism Tower itself becomes this giant boss
Yeah.
thing, like living creature structure thing.
But before that, a bunch of more like rogue mega evolutions are happening.
And so, because the like mega power emanating from Ange or Prism Tower has become so it's like overflowing, then rogue mega evolution become more abundant. And so there's this final gauntlet where you team up with a whole bunch of the supporting cast that you met throughout the game.
Yeah.
And you have to do several rogue mega evolution battles in a row against multiple, or I guess they're not rogue mega evolution battles. They're just
They're just
alphas.
Like,
They're like wild megas. They're like wild battles.
yes. Yeah.
But against megas. Still.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. But they're not rogue mega evolution battles.
They're not the same as the rogue mega evolution battles, but they're still like rogue megas.
Yeah, they're like multi battles against multiple megas at a time.
Yeah.
Which were not tricky.
No, at that point
per se.
I didn't think they were.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's just kind of like they're just like back to back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's all of the supporting cast does the very moving thing of you keep going, we'll stay here and hold him back. You save the day, but we'll be here and we'll keep fighting the mega fucking.
You get to fucking Canary and her grandpa, and then he's like, "Go through the scaffolding."
That was so funny.
We'll make you a big scaffolding course.
We'll make you the sickest obstacle course you've ever seen in order to save the day.
Because we make the coolest scaffolding.
Yeah. That was very funny.
Yeah, that was funny. And I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
A fucking colorful screw is here. Yay.
Yeah. Ooh, more for me. Yeah. So you go through and you do, you have a moment basically with every duo of supporting cast. Dude, the human ladder that the Rust Syndicate makes.
Yeah.
Very good. Big fan of that. Big fan of that. Big fan of Corbo being the top of the final rung. He's the big boss, but he's not afraid to become a part of that ladder.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He's great.
Yeah. One of my favorite thing about that, I think, is Philippe is at the bottom and his face with like all of the rest of the people like standing on top of his shoulders.
Yeah.
His face is like very good. They did a good job with like there's a lot of visual gags actually in this game.
Yes. Like the early on, I guess we'll just backtrack a sec. Like one of the first, I think it is the first side quest that you do when you get boys.
Yeah.
When you have to like, you're supposed to like give this person a Pikachu and they trade you for the Heracross and they want to like use the Thunderstone to evolve it.
Yeah.
And then she does the fucking Pikachu meme.
Oh, the face?
The like surprise face Pikachu.
That's a good point. I forgot about that, but yeah.
Good. That's just like one of the examples. But like back to this like end game story kind of thing. I can't remember if this was before or after the battle. But there is a point where Jet was actually there. Was that after?
I don't remember.
Okay, we can talk about it after.
Yeah.
Because there's a thing that I picked up on that I was like,
Okay.
interesting.
All right.
That I don't know if it gets resolved in the post game or not.
Right.
But
yeah, I guess at some point during the story before we get up to this point, there is a point at which there's a bunch of like disgruntled like townsfolk who are like mad at Jet for making the wild zones so popular, because I think at this point in the game there's like many of them, and like your rival is kind of like bodyguarding Jet.
Kind of like helping Jet with that. And I guess that is kind of what it's pertained to, because like throughout the whole game your rival is looking for somebody.
Yes.
And it seems like it's like a parent.
Yeah. Oh
right?
yeah. They I think they mentioned
do they
their
say
mom.
that?
I think they mentioned their mom by name.
Okay.
Or at least Tawny did. Like someone was like, "Where'd you get that jacket?" And Tawny says, "It was my
so
mom."
that's what it was Jet that asked, "Where'd you get that jacket?"
Yeah.
So that's why I was just like, is Jet their mother?
Oh.
Yeah. That's like,
What you think?
That's the thing. I was like,
okay.
And like, is Jet the person that they've been looking for?
Yeah. But like maybe Jet looks different than they remember or something.
Yeah, I feel like this is like a long lost parent.
Sure.
Kind of thing.
Well, I
don't know.
at some point also your rival explicitly says that their parent died. And this was like that their mom died and this was their mom's jacket.
Right.
And so that's why like they wear it, because it's sentimental. Yeah. Anyway, fast forward again to finally this like showdown. You get from where you are on the map, because that's the other thing, is you have to like make your way through a whole bunch of like obstructions and scaffolding all over the place. So you got to make your way through Lumios to eventually get back to like the base of Prism Tower. And that's where you have your final showdown against the tower itself. And who comes to your side to help you with this fight? Zygarde. And not just any Zygarde.
Big 100% Zygarde.
And not just any 100% Zygarde.
Mega Zygarde.
Yeah.
With the giant fucking cannon. Thing.
Yeah. Huge
also,
cannon.
Akashi in the chat is saying that rival knows their mom. They're looking for someone else. Cool. Great.
Okay. Not looking for their parent.
Not looking for their parent.
Sweet. Yeah. That was sick.
That was super cool.
Yeah, that was a great like finale for this game.
I will say, like, so when I like knew I was getting so close to the end of the game, but it was like really late when I was playing it, and I was like dozing off while I was trying to fight the flower.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh God, I gotta like try and finish this. I want to get it done. But then I think I ended up like having to restart it because I just like couldn't. I was just like falling asleep while I was trying to do it. Nothing to the story. It was just like it was just late, and I was like not able to focus on it.
Yeah, but you just wanted to like, because you were so close to finishing the game.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, that fight, I guess, before you get Zygarde to help you, is you use your own Pokemon and you fight against this blue and red flower that I think represent Xerneas and Yveltal.
Oh, yeah, okay, cool. I never thought about that. I thought they were just from Floette. Yeah,
the flowers of them all, but the specifically like the blue and the red. I'm like, oh, that's Xerneas and Yveltal for sure.
Fair.
And that fight itself is like functions similarly to a Rogue Mega Evolution battle. I found it extremely tedious. It was so long in the tooth.
Okay, cool. I couldn't tell if it was just because I was a sleepy little guy.
No,
it was just like you go and you like try and fight it, and then it hurts you, and then you got to get under the shield thingy for Zygarde, and then you do the attack with Zygarde. And cool.
Yeah.
And you do that like 4 times or something.
It just takes a really long time. And man, I understand it being the final fight of the game and wanting to make it substantial, but like long-winded does not help it. You know? Like you got to make the fight itself more interesting in some capacity. And it's just...
Yeah, it would have been cool if it was like not repetitive.
Yeah, you just like hide behind some cover and target these 2 flowers for like 2 minutes and then rinse and repeat a few times. Anyway, but then the actual, when you get to use not just Zygarde, but Mega Zygarde to finally take out...
It's fucking sick.
Ange.
It was a really cool moment.
Yeah. Literally,
like, I have so many screenshots of that moment because I was actually like, oh shit, this is so cool.
I am dumb, and when I did get to use Zygarde and like get to use like one of its attacks against Ange, I didn't realize that you had to hold the button to lock on. So I was like mashing for a while, and I was like, nothing's happening. And then I just like, I don't know if I was just like
it's
hitting
pretty
buttons.
firework
Yeah.
picture.
Yeah.
I can put these on the screen if we want.
Yeah, I'll leave
Like
that up to
cool
you.
pictures of me.
Nice.
Like, just like
Yeah, you could do a cool like slideshow.
yeah, there
if you
we
want.
go.
Hell
Look
yeah.
at that. This
Yeah.
is a picture of me
So-
with Mega Zygarde.
Like pretty epic finish.
Yeah, super cool.
It felt like, as much as I'm kind of complaining about like how long that final fight took,
Mhm.
at least like the way that they presented the end of this game was sick. They did a
was
really
fucking
great job with
sick.
it.
It was really, really cool.
Yeah, it felt big. It felt dramatic.
Mhm.
That is now consistent with the 2 times that they've made a video game in the Kalos region. Both of the endings of those games have been epic.
Shout out to Kalos.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people I find hate on Gen 6
Mhm.
so much. And I love Gen 6 so much.
Mhm.
And this is why I want to come on Petalburg and talk with you and Drumish about Gen 6.
Totally.
But like, I think it's so good.
Yeah.
I think it's great.
Yeah. And that's
That's the story.
That's it.
Actually, no, that's not.
There's one more thing.
One more thing that happens, which it's pretty obvious beforehand, because before the big fight, you are on the rooftop with all your friends and
With your
AZ,
friends and AZ, yeah.
and he's talking about what's going to happen when he passes,
Right.
and all this stuff, and you're like, oh, bro's fucking ready. Bro's ready to go.
Uh-huh.
And then, so after the big final fight, this is like the biggest spoiler. AZ dies.
AZ dies.
He dies while he's alone because he's too old to help out.
It was so sad.
It was really sad. And then you guys have a funeral for him.
Yeah. First funeral in Pokemon, maybe?
Yeah.
Crazy.
But he like already had everything figured out for it.
He did.
Like he was like, I know.
He knew it was coming.
Yeah, because he was like finally able to like let go of all of his shit, which was like, a nice little concept, I guess.
Yeah, I to be honest with you, I didn't think that they were gonna do that.
I didn't either.
So then when they showed his like tombstone, I was like, oh, they actually killed him.
Yeah, like he's
Damn.
actually dead.
Yeah, I mean he was 3,000 years old.
He was very old.
Yeah,
and he has the largest tombstone in Wild Zone 4.
He does,
and it's in a very specific area.
Yeah, but it was, you know what? It was like, it was fitting, I think. And Team MZ all came together, and
yeah.
AZ like left them the hotel, and then so your rival now in the post game is basically
Is
like
now running the hotel.
running the hotel, but you still get to stay there. That's all nice. So AZ's Floette, like the special Floette, for me right now is just hanging out behind the like desk at the hotel. I'm wondering if at some point during the DLC, they like actually let you have it and use it.
I think so.
Okay.
I think I might have heard that.
That might be the case.
Yeah.
Because it would be so rude to have it just sitting there with no trainer anymore, by the way, because he's dead.
Yeah, true.
And not let you finally have it after, like, we've known that this Pokemon has existed. People have been able to hack it into their X and Y since those games came out and use it. To me, I assumed going into this game that this would be a Pokemon that we would finally have access to.
Oh, it seems like you have to keep playing through the post game.
So I'm not done yet.
Yeah, neither am I.
Okay, gotcha.
So we are not done the post game, but we are done the main game.
Okay.
And it seems like there are still things that we must learn.
So in the post game so far, I've been doing the infinite ZA Royale.
Me too.
So, and I guess I'm not done with that.
Yeah.
So, because that's, as far as I can tell, the only thing left I have to do.
Yeah, I mean, I have a couple of side quests still.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of side quests.
There's 118,
118. Okay, I was
and
wondering.
they just added another one
yes,
to get Diancie.
Yes, I did trigger that.
Mm-hmm.
And I completed my decks.
Nice.
Except for Zygarde,
Yeah.
which I'm assuming is going to happen with the Infinite ZA stuff.
Some story stuff.
Some story stuff.
Right, some more story stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's called the Infinite ZA Royale, I didn't know if it was just like an endlessly repeatable thing, like the Ace Academy tournament in Scarlet and Violet. Like maybe this is just a way to get items, because I was getting XP candy and vitamins and stuff from doing the rematches against people. So truly, I thought like this is, I assume, just an infinitely repeatable post game thing.
Right.
I didn't know if it would lead to anything. So I'm assuming I just need to keep doing it, but it
seems like it.
Also tedious. It takes so many points to get a challenge.
50,000 is a lot.
So like I don't want to do it because it takes too long to get a ticket.
But that's why you go around and you find the bonus cards that give you 20,000 points.
Right.
And then you're just like, fuck yeah. And then you get 2 of them that give you 20,000 at once. And then you're just like, hell yeah, here we go.
I don't think I found any that give me 20,000 yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. A lot of they're like, I think they'll be like, you know, use super effective water moves, mega evolved like 5 times or something. I don't remember, but yeah.
Anyway, I think that's it. I think we did it.
I think we talked about Legends ZA.
Yeah.
Overall.
Yeah.
Before we sign off, what are your thoughts? Do you want to like give the game a rating, or you want to just give your overall thoughts of like ZA in general? Because like we were waiting for this game for a long time.
Yep. Going into it, my expectation was, because I thought Arceus was really good, but Arceus still felt like a prototype. So I thought ZA would be, assuming they didn't like ruin it or like make any like terrible decisions, I assumed going in that ZA would be head and shoulders better than Arceus. I think I'm disappointed because it's not that.
Okay.
It's different.
Yeah.
I don't know that, I'm still on the fence about if one is better than the other, but to me they're pretty comparable.
100%.
But I'm disappointed because I was really wanting this to just be like better.
Totally.
I think unfortunately, a lot of it just has to do with the way that these games are like formatted, the places that they're set, and yeah. But otherwise, like mechanically speaking, I'm a huge fan of overworld catching. I still prefer turn-based battles, but that doesn't mean that I dislike the battles in ZA.
Yep.
I just I don't mind doing them for the story, but I don't want to engage with like online stuff with this kind of battle. And I'm not in a rush to replay this game anytime soon, but I did have a decently good time playing through it.
Sweet.
And it had some fun moments. I really liked a lot of the characters, at least their designs. Some of them for their personalities. Overall, I think it's fine.
Yeah. It's
certainly not I don't think it's a bad game by any means.
Okay.
It's just not as good as I was hoping it would be.
Fair enough. I fucking love it.
Awesome. I'm really glad.
Yeah, me too. It's like I haven't sunk this much time into a game in a very long time. I love how it looks. I think it's obviously there's still a lot of work that Game Freak and Pokemon Company have to do.
Yeah.
But I think it's a step in the right direction with the aesthetics, with the gameplay, with all the new mechanics. And like you said, it's different from Arceus. It's not the same game, but better. It's different. So there's a lot of things that are still like you said, the Legends games are where they kind of experiment with things. They're like, let's try these things out and see what people respond to the best, you know, or the worst or whatever. So yeah, like, you know, it's not necessarily a better game, but I like that it's in a city. I honestly, I was on my friend Drip and Jeeb's pod the other day, and we were talking about Legends ZA, and I compared it to the Spider-Man games because you're in a city. Like, people were upset that it was just in Lumios, not you don't get to go outside of it, but like in Spider-Man, you're just in New York. In the first game, you're just in Manhattan, and you get to, you know, explore around it. Like, it's very similar in that way. Like, you know, obviously different types of graphics. The windows aren't flat in Spider-Man and all that stuff. But like, who gives a fuck about the windows? That's not what you're playing the game for, kind of thing. But overall, I think it's great. I really like it. I'm excited to see what like holds on for me, like how long I can play the game post like story now. Because like, especially now that I've like pretty much completed my decks, like it's gonna be finishing the side missions, do the Infinite ZA Royale until I finish that, I guess.
Yeah, and then the DLC comes out December 10th.
True.
Yeah.
So then I guess I have until then to do that.
Yeah, I assume that's gonna add just some more story stuff besides
the Raichus.
Some new megas for sure.
And Hoopa.
A whole bunch of Pokemon to the like DLC decks and stuff.
Yeah. It is a new story and stuff too.
Yeah. And maybe, I mean, Sword and Shield, as an example, didn't have a repeatable post-game thing. Like, even the battle tower in base game Sword and Shield, you could like finish until they added the Crown Tundra DLC, and that had the repeatable Dynamax adventures. And as much as the Infinite ZA Royale is a repeatable thing for this post-game, I don't like it. It's not fun.
That's fair.
It's too repetitive, entirely too repetitive for me.
And I feel like like the online like ZA ranked ZA thing is gonna be the repeatable thing, and if it's not for you, then it's not for you.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
You got other Pokemon games you can play.
I'm interested to see if the DLC adds something else.
Yeah, fair.
But I think also another big thing for folks with newer Pokemon games, that is like a repeatable thing for them to, at least something for them to continue, or like a reason for them to keep playing the game, is shiny hunting. And it is accessible in this game. And
it's weird. It's different. But...
Yeah. The way to get the shiny charm is fucked, but
oh my God, so hard. Yeah. I guess that's the other thing that I'll be doing is getting all those battles done
to eventually get that.
Yeah. Which I guess that was one thing we didn't talk about. Have you caught any shinies? What do you got?
Yeah, I got a couple. I got a Bunnelby and an Onyx right now.
Onyx, sick. Yeah. That's cool.
So I'll make the Onyx a Steelix. I'll make the Bunnelby a Diggersby.
There you go.
Maybe I'll do a ground team. Probably not. I'm not going out of my way to shiny hunt though, and I don't think I will be.
Yeah.
But I'm happy for people who are doing that in this game, because it seems good.
Yeah, it's pretty decent. I mean,
I really got to pee.
You should go pee.
So should we finish the show?
Let's finish the show so that Spencer can go pee. Thank you for letting me know. Don't want you to pee your pants. Thanks again for everyone that stuck around watching it live.
Yeah.
Or if you're watching on YouTube or listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or wherever you listen to your podcasts.
Yeah.
Next episode, who knows what we'll talk about.
I'm sure we'll have some more to say about ZA, especially when the DLC comes out.
Yeah.
But I would like to do like a Game of the Year episode.
Oh, hell yeah.
With you on Frostbytes.
Let's do it.
So I don't know if that's going to be our next episode, but it's gonna be soon.
It'll be soon.
Yeah.
We'll do some stuff.
Sweet. I want to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Frostbytes, a gaming podcast, is co-hosted by Cassie Mann and Spencer McPhee.
Theme music was recorded and produced by both of us. Graphic design and video editing by me. Watch Frostbytes live on twitch.tv/itskiashi. That's KYASHI.
Missed it live? You can watch all previous episodes on our YouTube channel, Frostbytes Podcast, or listen to the show wherever you listen to podcasts and leave a review while you're there.
Email us at frostbytespodcast@gmail.com with any questions and episode ideas. And if you want to represent Frostbytes out in the wild, you can pick up your very own Frostbytes merch at nethernerdcreations.ca/frostbytes. Thanks for listening.